What's the mindset that people need to have, number one, to get out of debt and to start building wealth?
Well, I'll just jump in. I know for Sam and I, with the debt that we had, the mindset we had, people will say, oh man, you must have been so determined, or you must have, had so much, drive. And I was like, yeah, but the bigger thing is knowing that you don't have a choice.
Ooh.
Like, there's no way to live if you don't do this. And I think it's kind of having like back against the wall, like there's no other choice. Mindset was that's what we needed.
So
to get out.
Not just having a determined mindset, but saying, you know what? This is the only mindset that I can have right now.
That's it. There's no other options. And I remember saying that in my mind several times, like, I don't have a choice. Like, it almost freed me. It almost took a little bit of the weight off to go, okay, well, sometimes you can think, I'll do this, try this, try this, try this. But when you just go, no, there's one route and that's it, then it's freeing. I mean, it's still tough, but at least this is the road.
That's good.
Yeah, and for Faith and I, we didn't know how we were going to pay off our debt, what we were going to do about it. All we knew is that we couldn't stay there. And so that was a big eye-opener for us when we looked at, we were making $2,000 minimum monthly payments. It would have taken us 15 years to pay that off and would have cost us $125,000 of interest.
You're saying how much in interest alone if you would have stuck to the minimum payments?
$125,000.
Did that open you all up when you saw that number?
Absolutely.
Why, though? Because the average person in America watching us right now is saying, hey, I can afford the minimum payments. I'll just suck up the interest back here. Like, why was that such a huge deal to you all?
Because it's $125,000 of free money that I'm just giving away when that could just be in my pocket to be used towards other things. So why would I continue to just live off of the minimum payments, giving $125,000 to the debt collectors? Just makes no sense.
And every dollar you use towards interest is a dollar you can't use to build wealth.
Right.
That's
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 good.
So
that was a good one, Leo.
So
$125,000 is what you all saved that now you can put towards building true wealth. You can invest that into some property. You can invest that into a 401k or a Roth IRA or however you invest rather than giving it to another company that can build them wealth.
But you want to know what you said is really, really thoughtful. Every dollar that is not going to debt goes to wealth. And you guys were talking about interest, but one thing with us, our last big student loan was $80,000, okay? It was a debt my husband had from school, but the payment, this was the hardest part. It was our last debt to pay off. The payment was only $233 a month. Now, most people would be like, hey, it's not a $2,000 a month payment, it's $233. That's chump change, right?
Right.
And so changing your mindset and going, okay, that payment, we probably could have made that payment easy for the rest of our lives, but really knowing that deep why, because that's the only thing that's going to get you through spending the energy of paying off $80,000 of debt to only gain back $200 in your pocket. Right. So you're really looking towards what you said, which is, hey, if I'm investing that money, it's still wealth building money. Right. Even if it's $200, if it's $233,000 or $233, that is every dollar, like you said, going into building wealth and not going to Sally Mae. You know what I'm saying? So even those small dollars count.
Yeah. Small dollars too. One of my good friends, Brian Bullock, he said, we take all of our money and we give it to another company. We give it to another person. When it's an owner, we're building someone else's future. We're building someone else's last name, and we're taking that $128,000, that $200-something, giving it away from our family rather than keeping it in so we can build wealth for ourselves.
Exactly.
And it's like, for me, that gets so frustrating when I hear individuals say, that's fine. I'll do this and I'll do that and I'll just pay the minimum. I can afford that. But can you afford missing out on the opportunity to build wealth for not just yourself, but for your kids and for your kids' kids?
Okay.
And that's what I love about you all. Now, do you have kids? Do you all have kids?
I have 2 kids.
2 kids?
I have a 2-year-old and a 6-month-old.
2 and a 6-month-old?
Yeah.
Isn't yours like 8?
He's 18 months.
18 months?
Yes, he's 18 months.
Yeah.
And I have a baby.
Yeah.
Boy, y'all don't be playing, do you? Come on, Leo. I see you, boy.
I love it.
My man said we debt free. We can go in now. Hey, I ain't wasting no time. Boy, look at the Lord. Well, congratulations.
Thank you.
That's exciting. Do you know the gender?
We don't. We're going to be surprised.
Whoa, wait.
Yeah.
When it comes out?
When it comes
When
out.
it. I hit saying it.
Well,
when he or she comes
comes out. Exactly.
My brother and sister did that for their last 3. They knew about Theo, but the last 3 kids, we didn't know. That was scary.
Yeah.
I'm sitting there like waiting to get a call. What kind? What kind?
What kind?
What kind?
What kind?
It's a boy.